Hi, I'm Olivia Green, and today I'm going to discuss several topics: hazing, Title IX ethics, parent and fan ethics, performance enhancing drugs, as well as youth sports. Apparently, there's still some stereotyping going on, and that is outdated. Sports are not for men only. I said sports are not for men only. Women can play, coach, and officiate any sport they choose. At one point, women were unable to watch the Olympics. Oh, but my have times changed. Not only are we able to watch the Olympics these days, we are the show. From Gabby Douglas in gym, to Billie Jean King in tennis, to Wilma Rudolph in track and field, to Michelle Akers in soccer, to Nancy Lopez in golf, to Peggy Flemings in finger skating, to Pat McCormick in diving, to Lisa Fernandez in softball, to Don Riley in sailing, to Lisa Anderson in surfing, to Flo Heyman in volleyball, to Helena Mayer in fencing, and last but not least, Diana Taurasi in basketball. All of these women were honored as top women in Sports Illustrated magazine. Oh, and yes, I can't forget myself. I too am a part of sports history. I named 13 women that have competed in 13 different sports that are more than likely able to bring a memorable sports moment to mind. Women are powerful. In 1956, women weren't allowed to compete in the 800 meters event because it was considered too difficult. And it was considered to be able to damage the physical health of women and our reproductive capacity. In 1970, thanks to other countries for highlighting the positive effects sports could have on the lives of women, we benefit physically, socially, and emotionally. Since 1980, we have improved the world record time in the marathon from 2 hours and 45 minutes to 2 hours and 15 minutes. Down 30 minutes, and yet we still get no respect. Women are powerful. We can perform jobs just as well, if not better, than men. In past years, we were denied jobs such as being able to do what was thought of as a man's job, which was reporting, and men were only thought to be able to play sports, not women. Because women reporters demanded from players and coaches and fans that we be able to perform our jobs, they were finally able to do so because they kept working hard at it. Even with no fan support on and off the playing field, and lower per diem payments, as well as significantly lower salaries than men, women persevered and to this day run successful sports shows on NBC Sports, CBS Sports, ESPN, and many others. Performance enhancing drugs. Athletes feel in order to gain fans, heighten success, have increased salaries, earn endorsements, and be able to keep up with or outperform competitors, they must use performance enhancing drugs. What are performance enhancing drugs, you may ask? They are substances used to improve any form of activity performance in humans. Those who use performance enhancing drugs, to me, are no better than an old crackhead, as Judge Mathis would say. They lie, steal, and cheat like normal drug abusers do. Athletes like Lance Armstrong lived the fraud life for many, many years before being caught. He, along with others like Marion Jones, Brian Beard, and Martina Hingis, abused drugs and were caught. Lance's story sticks out the most in my mind because he did everything in his power to make others out to be liars about his abuse. Armstrong gave himself blood transfusions and hazed his teammates into this unethical behavior, which is also an example of gamesmanship. He won millions and millions of dollars and gained millions and millions of fans, all from his false hope of who he truly was. He not only hazed teammates, he hazed doctors and other medical personnel, along with other connects into helping him cheat his way through life and cycling. By forcing his teammates to receive blood transfusions, it ensured the team's success. It also destroyed the lives of his teammates. Armstrong is a great cheater, liar, and hazer. He even turned his back on friends and his ex-teammates for doping and for not doping. He used this quote, "Get serious," to intimidate others. He was lying, bullying his way through just like a coward would do, who was also doping. Some causes of performance enhancing drugs: health risk, unfair advantages, self-esteem problems, cheating, violence, and it also has an effect on building muscles in the future. Just so you know, what's done in the dark will come to light. Youth sports. Youth look up to athletes in their communities and those who perform on the television. Acts such as doping can affect youth. Youth mimic everything they see. They want to be just like their favorite athlete. So if you run faster or you jump higher or you hit home runs each time you step up to bat after doping, a youth will want to be just like you. They want to be like their favorite athlete. Youth players try to please their coaches and parents. Youth sports today differ very much from when I played a few years ago. Nowadays, parents are trying to ensure their child has a shot at the league, whether it's NFL, MLB, NBA, or WNBA. Parents are spending large amounts of money to be sure their child is successful. From traveling summer league teams to personal trainers for youth, they are staying busy year-round with athletics. Youth sports now pressure kids more than they did in the past. I believe the actual fun has been taken out of sports for youth. Youth facilities like the Boys and Girls Club at one point didn't allow participation from girls. The facility was called the Boys Club, allowing only male participants in activities such as sports held there. Can you imagine? My sporting career started at the Boys and Girls Club. Thank God for Title IX. Many youth play and are starting to play as early as 3 years of age, and it can affect maturation to adulthood. In youth sports, one of the most talked about topics is youth health and injury. Coaches should know CPR, be very aware of signs of concussions. Also, they need to especially be up to date about second impact syndrome. Coaches must also be aware that their character plays a huge role in how athletes perform, because they perform based on the way their coaches teach them to play. They can learn bad character and carry that out onto the playing field. Parents should refrain from being too hard on their children. Never put your child down. They should also serve as role models and not taunt others in the stands, officials, or coaches. They should be supportive, they should be supportive and root on all participants in a proper manner. Thank you.